Before we begin, follow 4 more true crime stories that pull you into the quiet places where danger waits, unseen and patient. The Gruber farm stood alone in the Bavarian countryside, surrounded by cold fields and silence. In 1922, Hinterkaifeck was the kind of place where nights felt heavier, where every creak and whisper of wind seemed too close. Inside the farmhouse lived Andreas Gruber, his wife Cecilia, their daughter Victoria, her 2 children, and a maid who had only just arrived. They believed they were safe in their isolation. They were wrong. Days before the murders, strange footprints appeared in the fresh snow, leading toward the house yet never returning. The family heard footsteps in the attic at night, soft and deliberate, as if someone was watching them from behind the walls. Keys went missing. A newspaper none of them subscribed to appeared inside the kitchen. The Grubers told neighbors, but no one could explain it. The fear stayed quiet, like a shadow in the hall. On March 31st, everything snapped. One by one, members of the family were lured into the barn. Investigators later believed the killer coaxed them out with noises, drawing them into the darkness. There, under the hanging tools and drifting hay, each victim was struck with a pickaxe. Andreas first, then Cecilia, then Victoria, and finally her young daughter. Inside the house, the maid and the youngest child met the same fate. 6 lives ended with brutal precision, but the horror did not end with death. When police arrived days later, they found something no one expected. The animals had been fed. The fireplace showed signs of recent use. Fresh food had been eaten. Clothing had been moved. The killer had stayed in the house, sleeping only steps away from the bodies, listening to the wind move through the empty rooms. He lived inside their home as if it were his own. Investigators followed more than 1,000 leads. They questioned neighbors, drifters, soldiers, priests, enemies of the family, even long-forgotten relatives. Every theory felt possible, yet every suspect slipped away. No murder weapon was ever recovered. No confession was ever made. Even the strange footprints that began the nightmare led nowhere. The Gruber farm was eventually demolished, but the ground remains cold with unanswered questions. Who watched the family for days? Who moved among the rooms after the screams stopped? Who lived inside Hinterkaifeck long after the dead were silent? To this day, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Europe's most chilling unsolved crimes. A story without an ending, haunted by the footsteps that came from nowhere and never returned.